In Splendor, players are attempting to build the best business empire centered around these precious gems. The player with the highest score at the end of the game is the winner. Players can score points in two different ways. In this game, players will be buying these cards and adding them into a tableau by placing them in front of them. If a card has a number in the top left corner, that card contributes that many points to that player's score. Additionally, players will be attempting to attract the attention of these noble lords and ladies. If you attract the attention of one, you also place that card into your tableau, and it will contribute 3 points to your score. Once a player has accumulated 15 or more points, the game will end. Each player will take the same number of turns, so you'll finish the current round of the game, and then whoever has the highest score at the end of that round is the winner. On a player's turn, they may do one thing, and there are 4 different options of the thing that they could do. Option number 1 is to buy one of these cards. Each card has a cost, which is depicted in the bottom left corner of that card. Each card requires that player to pay a number and color of gems back to the supply. For example, this card here requires a player to pay 3 green gems. When a player buys a card, they take it from the row and place it face up in front of them, and then replace that card with another card from the top of the corresponding deck. The cost of future cards that that player buys are reduced by 1 of the color of each card that they have in play. For example, I have a black card in play. If I were to buy this card over here, I would only have to pay 2 blue gems and 2 green gems. The black gem in the cost of this card is reduced by this other card that I already have in play. After buying a card, if the cards that the player has in their tableau match or exceed the qualifications for a noble lord or lady up at the top of the game board, then that player will also take the card representing that noble and place it in their tableau, earning him that many points. The second option of a thing a player can do on their turn is to acquire gems. A player can either take 3 gems of different colors, for example, 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 white gem, or a player can take 2 gems that are the same color as long as there are at least 4 chips left in that color's pile. For example, I could take 2 green chips on this turn, but if this pile had already been depleted to 3 previous to my turn, I would not be allowed to make this move. I would have to do something else. A third option players have on their turn is to reserve a card. To reserve a card, a player chooses either one of the face-up cards in the rows, or chooses one of the decks and reserves the top face-down card from that deck. When a player reserves a card, they put it face down in their tableau. Only they may look at that card. This card is reserved by that player. They may buy that card on a later turn by turning it face up and paying the cost depicted in the bottom left corner of that card. That card may not be purchased by any other player in the game. A player can only have 3 cards reserved at a maximum at the same time. If a player wants to reserve another card, they must first buy one of the cards that they previously reserved. Whenever a player reserves a card, they also receive one of these gold chips. This is the only way to accrue gold chips in the game. These are wilds. When a player is buying a card, they may spend these chips as if they were any of the other 5 colors in the game.